Samaba. Na Sawachi Koya Naja Samaba.
Asam ye biaba. Say ya tia Ghana. Ya dream your home. Near de who say ye sika sam say ye susu na ye career. It's $75 billion. And as I see Casamia, ye susu carry it's $75 billion. And $3 billion. And ye need that war. 7 would you say we need mass gratis a Kwame Minkah 75 and 3 the ain't so. Ye susu carry ye see Casama. Now $75 billion. And $3 billion. And oh my God, I need that so. Na asem we da ho e wo se o manyimu mpanimfo etu won na mon e de ho nukuredie ho nsem e beto Ghana fo anim na ye gina simbia so kika de si ye be de ye be se man no ye gina simbia so kika de say ye hunahuna amanfo ye hunahuna opposition political party me wa ye de mfie nan asa won nsem say ye adwuma na mo man Ghana sikasam enyina yie no man Ghana emeye akono. And I have a beer yadru. Wouldn't say a nurse for or more Ghana ha, Danny then in a Quenya bar no more Kwama no neno. He said UK for at the less biaba war, and my man who do a young pet woman him crash. A word you know me and Ghana count. Now, wouldn't the Ghana Registered Nurses Association and I said, yeah, a nurse worker. Woman say, what the auto red alert to crash. Why would they say that? Was so what the to red alert to crash ye beba. Ye nim dia moye. Mo pese mo gine tia brain drain na che ye ka brain drain na say amanfo abenfo animdefo a wo mo amanfo ma so na akwanya abane asese wo kọ amanfo ma so no ye nim say no na mo pese mo gine tia mo ye de kura ye beba. Eti say Dr. Mamadou Bawumia ko gine simpie so. E ka che Ghana fo so wo e ka che Ghana fo say Woma ban ba ye obia ni wa ban bia ni wa bia nyuma chai eye MPP abanya na nukure wom ne sai head of economic management team we economy eye worth 75 billion and 3 billion and a wu chesi nukure ka nukure die eni mo afa. And you see China and Ghana ya nanti acho mesra mama me John Mahama yanko bra na John Mahama ye mampanyi no na yanhwade Ghana ni China nanti acha papa and Ghana ni China yonko fa no enye ne enoma bi wo ho a enye na China omo hwe animu se Ghana be ye sare be ye yonko fa no emu be kama ene Ghana gina China anim pa China taw wonim se China na danfo ne Russia hey wonim se Ghana China na danfo ne Russia wonso Ghana yi enam ena wo twa Russia mpoa se wono na ba wura Ukraine ena wugina China ni musa wonya odai wokasa sa no ma no mo hwe wokasa sa no ma no mo hwe it is as kanoforiata ne nanti berebe a wonante no wo call China ena se wakopie a spring meeting na se o wo hwe ni mu se Paris club no betu anamon bi na nsakra bi aba na yede ye ka bi akyeye na ekwan na bie na 3 billion no etimi aba nya se ekwan ni bie pe na 3 billion na ba o no ba me pesa o hwa de bi sisi John Mahama bra na wo ye president Ebra no president of the Republic of Ghana. Social intervention programs ahodo a wo mo ye dwumadie ba ko bi a wo ye na eye China for ewa ase no be pese wutie adanse bi a na ye di fa eye John Mahama ban no ho. Me so say video na ready ayenko.
This government takes our social intervention programs very important and very seriously. In 2010, Ghana became classified as a lower middle income country. One of the features of being middle income is that though you have a new class of super rich people, entrepreneurs, people who own their businesses, you have a growing middle class with a bigger disposable income, But then you're also likely to have depressed communities where people have no access to social services and live on less than $1 a day. And so one of the challenges of leadership of any middle income country is that you must put in place social intervention measures that are targeted at deprived communities and the vulnerable population in your country. And our social intervention projects cut across education to healthcare to even direct cash grants. And so, for instance, we have the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty. Under this program, we are giving direct cash grants, and last year we gave to more than 75,000 households. This year we are expanding that number to 150,000 of the poorest households in our country. They are receiving direct cash grants from the LEAP program. But aside from that, social intervention also involves education to create opportunity and access for the children of even the poorest members of our population to be able to have access to education. And that is why in 2010, when your hard-working mayor and the Accra Metropolitan Assembly came out.
Eti we na adwuma de bi ase a and me video no wapanka ye drum pepper so bi aka bohu de China ban no ekafa ye o my Ghana sabre na o my Ghana ya label ye say lower middle income country ni a label ye sa and you see wabra yama sa status no enoma bi a te said His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kane mampanyi sabre no e mampanyi na wo ka no enoma bi a wo say e dan ni ho adi ene say wo be ye nhyehyeye a e be boa mobrowafo wo ma mu ni bie enkwada ene ma te say school dan sie asupiti sie wo boa na wasoso mo mu ni bie o ma wo maduru mo mpani mfie so wo ma madi dem wo soso masere Ebinesa, Jumedia, your friend, livelihood empowerment against poverty. A quanya mofaso, and yet to Hiase. Sano Manona was a dining where dear. So Maya will achieve a lower middle income status. And Jomama, dear Bakwa, yeah, was Akasaya, me botcha, and they say, well, Buakunta the threat to memu for. Actually, what the music ye. And then, a memoya yet tiwi. Sadia ya me dan na di kire we. When was the last time who be? When was the last time who say ye ka kire say ye sika and I say ye bosia hodo a ye boy ya boy agu ye tri so ye ni ene ye dia ye. When was the last time what bibi sa? And na ye nam Paris club for nchai. Ye ne nam ye IMF and IMF na sere Ghana here mo mabua Ghana and IMF no mom na ye. Professor John Gachi wa homa so wa ben pa ba ye sika sem toto ye ho a wa ben pa ba bia sese ye duru wo ba be da ho adi e de a kire ye ene ne nkoma me pese me ni edie wa bra sa spring meeting no ekokokoko so wa bra ye hwe animu se Paris club no ebetu anamon bi wa bra ye hwe animu se o man ye China ebetu anamon bi na ye ka ye de a kire de pono na bie na se bia 3 billion be ba na ba. Prof Memoache, good morning to you and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure talking to you as always. But just want to find out, I mean, per what you're reading with regards to the spring meeting ongoing, what is Ghana's stance now? Some say China appears to be playing hardball.
Well, I think the spring meeting is just a normal annual meeting that is organized to reflect on various issues. But the important thing for Ghana is that some creditors have been, if you like, co-opted to have a meeting regarding Ghana's debt. So that is what is critical. But even that, I think China seems to be playing a significant role, even though China explained about a week ago that the debt portfolio as compared to other countries put together, theirs is not Paris Club members can go and then handle the debt of Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where we are. But I think yesterday meeting, the importance of China is occurring.
And so, to give clarity, we don't necessarily need a go-ahead from China in order to ensure that we see a situation where there's that magnanimity in terms of from our creditors, in terms of debt forgiveness. We don't necessarily need China to give a go-ahead. Is that the case?
No, I think it's like we seem to need China to give go-ahead for the debt, the restructuring of the debt to go on. But some people believe that looking at the volume of the debt put together, even if China is not part, why can't you go ahead? But that seems not to be the agreement. So we have to wait and see what will be the final agreement that they will come up with.
Okay.
But it seems we are on a difficult path. Our life is hanging in the balance. If this agreement doesn't take place, if this assurance doesn't come, I'm not sure the IMF is prepared to give us a clearance for the program to take place. I think the IMF is also under pressure because the West, in particular, America, is considering Ghana not only in terms of its debt portfolio to creditors across the world, but it's also considering its geopolitical position to ensure that Ghana doesn't sink further because of its own strategic position for the West. So there is some appetite to ensure that Ghana gets a program early, but that seems not to be coming from the discussion so far.
There's this fear of the Zambian situation visiting Ghana. I mean, a point where Zambia got executive board approval, and then as they were waiting for the first tranche, in spite of various assurances from creditors, because it wasn't realistic enough, the first tranche of the bailout never came through. Could that be the story of Ghana? I mean, looking at what we are going through at this moment.
Well, unless the IMF jumps the gun to give an approval contingent on some other development happening, it is only then that situation can arise. Even that, if it does happen, it may be because the IMF just wants Ghana to benefit from a program agreement, and the signal that the program agreement sends, and the way the program agreement will signal to especially development-oriented organizations like the World Bank, African Development Bank, and the rest, to rally resources to support the development aspect of Ghana. Perhaps that will be the reason why that will happen. But I think for now, the IMF is waiting patiently and forcefully to bring all on board to support. So that is where we are now.
Okay, interesting. Whilst we appear to be in a standstill, what would be your advice to those who are managing the economy on the kind of narrative that they need to put out in order to at least give assurance to the Ghanaian people? What should be the narrative?
Well, I think they have been doing that. They have given you different dates that the IMF program will come on board, without which the economy will collapse. I think today is 12th of April.
That's right.
Yeah, they have not yet announced to us that the economy of Ghana has collapsed. So what it means is that they were using the deadlines to keep everybody in line to support whatever revenue measures they put in place to be seen by the IMF. I believe after 31st March, we have not heard any specific date from the government again. there is nothing to be used to, if you like, blackmail people to agree with your position. So now it's all external, players. You cannot bulldoze your way through the external partners. I think since last year, Ghana has put together a consortium to help talk to the creditors. I believe that didn't yield the results that they were expecting. So they roped in diplomats, but along the line, the diplomats started making some frantic statements regarding the expenditure framework of the country. And it seems to me that is also not working. So it's now, I think it's the IMF which is now very, very active in ensuring that Ghana has what is needed to salvage the economy. So that's how I think I'm looking at it.
Okay, for the benefit of our audience, let's just say IMF don't play a big brother role or don't they do any as well as I said you bet me to some normal way. But Prof, I mean, what are the consequences here? I mean, even if we are to go through an IMF program, some of the revenue measures, for instance, you are reported to have said that look, they are draconian and they have dire implications even on businesses. And you are even reported to have even said that it appears government was using it. You said it a while ago. Government was using this revenue measure to blackmail the people of Ghana. We're going to go through it. It doesn't look like we will not. We're going to go through it. If the external agreements also come, what are the consequences that we are likely to face?
I think the external agreement brings some respite, because if you look at how much you should pay in interest this year from the budget, that amount will be reduced by the extent of the agreement that will be agreed on by the external creditors. So that gives some room. We have all realized that the domestic debt testing program, even though it's distortionary and put pressure, especially on the financial sector, it is not enough to give enough room for government finances. So when external agreement is reached, that will provide extra benefit and extra room for government finances. But beyond that, the revenue measures are in place. The distortionary pressure that they put on businesses will still be there. And I believe there are some other measures that will be put in place, which were not preconditions, but they will be post-conditions. Those measures will also be triggered. And then we'll have some disturbing environment for some time before we start receiving a cool effect of the IMF engagement. And so I think that is what awaits the country.
Okay.
So the point I'm making is that even if we have an IMF program tomorrow, it does not mean that the inflation that we are dealing with would drastically reduce. It does not mean that interest rates would drastically fall. It does not mean that prices of goods would drastically be stabilized so that we'll be enjoying. That is the time that the IMF now have the hope. So this is the time that they will be ensuring that prudent financial management takes place, prudent debt management takes place, etc. So I think that is what awaits us.
Okay. Finally, before I let you go, as much as we talk about what awaits us, let's go back a little. I mean, Prof, can you wrap your head around why an economy worth $75 billion will now be hoping to rely on some $3 billion?
Yes, I think the IMF will not give you $3 billion as a bullet. It will give you the $3 billion in tranches based on performance metrics. So let me assume that the $3 billion for the 3 year will be $1 billion. So the $1 billion will mean that you meet some conditions. Then the next 1 billion will also mean that you have performed to meet some targets before it will be released. So those are the things. So the idea that 3 billion is coming is for 3 years. It's not for just when the agreement is signed, it will come and hit our account. No. Actually, we don't actually need the 3 billion to solve Ghana's problem. But what the 3 billion does, what the agreement does, is what we call policy credibility. You realize that before we went to the IMF, all the policies that we are bringing, be it monetary policy and the rest, were not working because there's no trust about those policies. It's not attracting support. But as soon as the IMF comes on board, all the members of this club will now believe that the IMF will be supporting to ensure greater fiscal responsibility, good fiscal management. So World Bank will come with more support. African Development Bank will come with more support. Other development institutions will come with more support. That is what we are aiming at. Then again, our market will now be structured somehow, and then gradually the market will be opening for access to capital inflows. So that is what Ghana is looking at. It's not the 3 billion per se.
Okay.
It is those signals, it is those attractions that Ghana is looking for.
Very well. Prof, let's leave it here. Thank you very much for your time this morning on Jabas on Power FM and TVXY. The Professor John Gachi and our ten in Canada, Dean, Cape Coast University and our ten in Canada. Sounds like economist, now all church and normal fa a year baby as I say, oh my Ghana, Edru. Sa 3 billion, yeah, can't want to me. To say your kind, and yes, I'm a beer purona, I tam 3 billion, yet your no. 3 billion na ye de ba say your economy no mu kire say justice wa bra me do bem 3 billion na ye de say your economy no mu kire say yankasa ya ye ho fin ya ye ho aye tantantan ye hyehyɛ ya hodo a ye de toto akwan mu ye gusu a ye de toto akwan mu no enam say de ye ho ase aye fin no amanfo amama hodo mu nyankom bebo ye bosia no wo mu nitidie e wo san hyehyɛ ni mu eti say 3 billion no every IMF for ba ebeboa na ayesa card no ye de beka ho anasa zaadie semina ya ye de si no mai ye de beka ho na ho aya kama na ho aya hwehwehwam se de be ya mama ho do behu se okay you say onua kese bi tawachi anasa tumidie kese bi tawachi enti ye hwe se ye betimi ni wadi nsawo so a ye hwehwa no ba bia ye duru no en sabre no enam se ya boka ya bro bosia aboka e dia to o my Ghana so nti I am for hwe ani mu say ye betu anamon bi e che say ye kan ye di hu dwuma eti wo ye mamu ha no ene haircut bebrebe no se na no na eye omo makọ pension ne ne ho nkro no ba no ye yi omo etibone no Ghana wo mamu ha de ende ye tu sa anamon no e di sa adwuma no ba se aka omo a ye di omo ka e wa amanone woman as I say, you know more tenacity, more fire can't tell you, more young Sabia, a bench say, ye cano, with your dream, maybe enough ya, I say, ye, eti a one as I say, ye drew after ye ne Kotosre, any chopper, our China and him, any Paris club for no enim. Adam before who is saying,
Rakwame, Medawa say, Adam before Ghana half or Adam before Michiamo. Ye indeed, you who say. Sabi o man si apene o man si ntwetwede kenken kwa hwe mfaso bie ni so ebeba sabi watimi atrase ema usika eda ho wadia ma sawie na so ko pebesia na ye de hyehyɛ we ama se fabra beto Ghana fo ko mu na so yutumu a
ebi ne to ahodo yi
esewala eto ahodo o mu dia ba begu ye so no nyina atrase IMF na ye ko nintia ena omo de to ahodo ensese omo de guye so e de guye so no
e so omo hu se wutimi buabu esika no
omo e so na omo de omo ntimi muabu esika no omo aya to abama wo omo se omo ye mpanifo omo di ano no omo ntimi muabu esika no this omo kokọ sresre bla Kwame this omo kokọ sresre sika omo ko pacho mpanifo te se mu de mu kotodwe kogu fom wo abrofo we manim aba ada na moma ma Ghana ye wure ho saa ada na moma dem difo e wo man ye wure ho saa sebi kafrache nti leaders na ye yi om sen
ye to om so aba
na abato na ye to no fa so be na wo so
wo de om nhyehyɛ ne om ni swade hunu beto ye nim
sebi
ye gina so ato aba
sebi kafrache
ebia ne say we are moving from taxation to production ye nyem to bio ye be gina fini nyuma so akyekere man
na fidi nyuma no mo bia bi mfidi nyuma na mo kan mo bia bi entia na mo gina so a mo de be kyekere o man no mfidi nyuma be na mo ba ye mfie nsoni mo bia sebi mmabunu mmabawa Ghana mnantie ani mmabawa mo wo kuro yim mesrɛ mo me pamchow mamu me politician na ada ye nyem mofra ye nyem kwala
ma mentwe wadwensi asɛm bi a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wabra wo bɔ apro ewe pue mantem ne nsɛm ne bia wɔde ato dwa wɔ se wɔno no wayɛ bi pɛn wayɛ mampanyi pɛn wayɛ assembly man pɛn wayɛ MP pɛn wonim ɔman Ghana tebia ye wom ɛna wɔwɔ ho nsano aduro wo de ɔno a sɛ de osi kan asɛm nie ye begina so de adi nkɔmɔ wei tie wei
Nye nipa Beba beka say 1 village, 1 dam, 1 district, 1 factory. 2024. Ebo a me share ama Ghana for, and he say experience ame wo anya me dia chemi. Say Ghana ha. We share politics mo a gina bia wo politics mo bia nyame etimi ama me gina ho no experience na asa experience na me nya no me share Ghana for boss say I will use that experience to work for you to turn this country and transform it into the better Ghana that we want together.
Me busa sa asem ye ode to dwai e ma wani da so bi ana ba ansa na obe sam wa en be mama no me say for sa receipt no eto screen so look ye ma bran na champon ene nana bi mo enyi ya adwen emfri enoma ehia wo man Ghana ha o no sa entre ha na mugina simpie so a mo yie no mo fa sa hoden no enye economy ni ye obi koto aduane wo bawura shop se wo kwa akoto aduane fried rice wodi ye brawanim na ye hwe to ahodo a ye de totototo wodi sika na wotua ne so woto ayi za noma ni honkra no ba hwe to no get fund de 2.5%, 2.50%, NHL 2.50%, the Etwaso 1%, VAT 15%, GTL 1%, SUR 1%. Ningina so sika yede titie free sika wadi tria adekora na water no eno na wo yi eno ni o eti se why economy ni poto say na no ma bo kwa na ekosoro ye de to awodo ototo amanfo so to na wo begina so de aboabo asika no e de aye bibi pa no wontimi ndan bibi adi emfa ngira amanfo a ene se wogida simpie so a wo ka se ye to abana na ye to abana ye njemu ma NDC for eno bi de nyansa kasa bi ka se mi justice say na se ye to aba eno ma mienu na esie ida se obe wini ana obe lusu di obe lusu no ene betiba ka se tintin min jam it is that to say MPP pa catch Ghana for say 2024 abato no won be lusu enti no muso omu jam no is that what they are suggesting say 2024 abato no wo mundim so mbe lusu enti no muso omu jam na justice
me da se bra Kwame
ti John Mahama de ni furo na furam
ma me chia John Dramani Mahama oni nufutebrebe Lodina Mahama odi adam difu asem ma wom pa ma me awrade nka ho na me yengusu num wanufu ne saa na nyame boa amrepa beba
yenko
papa hwe bra Kwame Ghana fo wani daso Ghana fo wo gidie se oman no enmu entia saa atia nanso emu ye yenya didie ewo mampani John Dramani Mahama bosebam o si ade a oyo o ka no kura kire nipa o ma timamufo ye te de ekose o ma timamufo ye te amamuo ase nyame nka no ho obeye hwa John Mahama asem a odi tu dwa no asem kakra meka fa ho ane se mesre magunu na masre me maame ne me papa nom emrewa yenya yeti ekwan ho yogurt fo pk fo ice cream fo ntosi fo jene fo banche fo bode fo yenya ye wo bedwom na ye bre mesre wo mo me pa wo mo chew ene no man koye wodwom nanso ani da so wo ho se 2024 wo so waye bi pen waye da
our experience
Ghana ha
anya fe ne ye be so na
dabi enya so me hwe biem o man if see dia pratete no aye ntebe no sabio kafrache enya fe ne ye betra obi matra makwe dabi leader ye betimi obetimi ama mimi no mienu ni adamdifo ye hu fin no ye dwale ye John Dramani Mahama
ti Ghana for betima ginedi
Ghana ye gini di
basa brain ne champion ne na bi mu ko gina simpie so e ka so mu nje mu a say ne sipem mo
aye John Mahama na omu suro no ntia omu suro John Mahama omu start in 2012 and omu start say John Dramani Mahama owo bibi pama Ghana into omu bet sabotage no papa John Mahama onyame asira na to the sense
so one mo be sabotage
MPP sabotage
sasai
so omo be sabotage na to the sense abana ye koto no omo nim se wadi nkunim ntino sabotage ni bi ni se ye mane ma omo start in 2012
na
enkofo we plan bi from 2012 say John Mahama Kwana so far as NDC be yi ni dia omo mane ma da na so onyame tiase
e de no musuro won ho
an o ka no kre o ya adwuma obema Ghana tumpon obema obi a oni bi anya bi anu ntia yesuro no o ka no kre u dadum som obeka kire o se menua me mu dadum som me fixe me nya matra makwa bi amamo me tra se dum so na adamu no e be firi ho nipa wo ka no kre nipa wo o se mo mara wanse na amunko amose mo beje no mintua ene ema Ghana fo na asebe ye gu kwa ho na ye da kwa ho no ye ho akere yen mintua na ntua kina monto abentia me awuni pa won ka no kre se Ghana ha sofofo si omo ye asofofo mu di nipa dom ni mu this is the time I saw mo ba out no be kasa
MPP for say 70 bi so John Mahama kan no wo mu gina so dia koma post for na a post for abeche no
nke ache brother champion kan enke na me no kasa enke se brother champion dem enne enke ne ya enke so wom Ghana mpanifo ahemfo asofofo chief imam ni sremo baby MPP di o man ni ko no se mu ma kasa ebra John Mahama tam na mu kasa na ensembesi yes akoye bibi ti say MPP for fi say nyansa knowledge omunkwa na wo nanso omu na abowom sa aboa kokwa wo dwonso sabio kafrache yanya nkwala yensusa enya afa ni afifisi o ana mabeto na nsesem edie na MPP for suro edie pa no my of Star House wo mpese mbefri ho omunka nkire ye
edie no musuro
ana me busa wo no
edie no maye wo Jubilee House
ho maye wo Jubilee House ho enu nto mo person be free ho ja tumi nim
e die kosua no mate ho
e ya bato ne etu Ghana fo ni abre papa me no tie ene ukogu nsuo bucket ba ko 2 cedi mi kuta nkwala 9 2 cedi nipa obi adwale tutu a tese na hwe sai muka se agimi ya bodam adam difo e wokro mu ya sai tie de afu betwi fom akoto abama musa ama ma ba kika de mo pa kire yen hwe Black Woman 2024 about one me catch NDC for ayen kambom ani odo
ayen NDC amanyo ko
yes mo ntra ho na so mo tra ho na John Mahama si form say krim NDC agu yes me catch ra wo mo ne and NDC amanyo ko ni nyina wo ho nyina gira John Mahama so e wo se Nyankopon boa no no be ye leader no ka ye nyina ye bom na obia ofri ho na ono nso ekwaje na homea na afi ye de na ye founder
okay wodim mame mantie John Mahama wo se nyame akasa kire no na nyame kasa kire no no yei e no kan etie we
Maybe Ghana say Dre, it's not about experiment, it's about experience. And by God's grace, we have the experience. We didn't buy it in a store. We didn't learn it in school. It is God who gave us the opportunity to gather that experience. nyame na si hene na sem nyame ya na hihia nipa bi entimi sesa no ezu enti ensema ebin mo kanedie mamu fa mo adwe nto so efise nyame hihie na mimi ogidi me kwa sorry na mi ogidi me so me buko to dwe na me bompa ya nyame kasa kire me kakra akra na nyame se NDC yemre aso na tumi no de ahye nsa na mame nyame ya ne hihia tobe bi entimi nsesa no enti yende engusu bompa e na yenji Ghana fo ejidi yenji Ghana fo di se ni anyame ahye no ebebam enti yenye ejumaden
ebetu dwa justice kasama adamtifo ewo Ghana justice Minkah ena Kwame Minkah nie justice Minkah kasama adamtifo ewo Ghana na Kwame Minkah so kasama Ghana fo nyina ba you see Mahama asem ni nie wo say nyame akasa kire nyame kasa wo kasa kire no woni mpa se NDC be wini ewo 2024 abato nim enye de nipa bi beka enye po bi nipa bi be dey ebebo enye namon bi nipa bi betu so de ba be sis ade no kwan se mama mamuo no maya mamuo troka na munni bibia de kire na education minister eti be ka kire Ghana for se Ghana for nkoda wo hanchiche mu aduosiam yenu wo mu ntimi nkenkan na ye man ye education minister se be dey na finance minister be ka kire se yanka e ho na yanka IMF enu match economy no ebedwiregu ye wo epromu economy na dwiregu ye de patapasam yenka no kura enche Ghana for yen dine ensem na di enche Ghana for hwade bi John Mahama project no fa bi tuto wo abra justice de na no di sem etwato tuya fa John Mahama project no tuya eye NPP aba omobai no mbeto eka na da ho efiri Kwame Nkrumah time besi John Mahama time 120 billion we dey no 122 billion John Mahama chefa ewo kanimu no enoma wode ye nie ene da screen so no ebi na wonam so asisi e sa wonam kaswa interchange ebi no sa wonam kotokura ba marketer John Mahama ne Jonathan Mills omo nsa no nyuma no wonam eye Kumasi Ketia dwafoforo na ne nsa no adwuma no bi no wonam cantonment ne wo Bank of Ghana asupiti na ne nsa no adwuma no bi no wonam Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange Dubai ne nsa no adwuma no bi no oh suku dan fefa ahodo na ewo wo mantam wo mpatam wo no kwa benya ho de no ye de blocks dan e blocks no so ebi no ne nsa no adwuma no University of Ghana Medical Center to the sense African magic for who say ye nyina so ne anase ye nyina ho ne yemfa nyisini bia ye fra na Accra Medic Accra Medic na ya mo hwa ya mo dwen say na we abrochira na say hefa John Mahama nsa no adwuma no it's justice. Edi ene e pa kire.
Me da se bra Kwame. Ana atomine esun kakra. If you say we show mampani John Dramani Mahama fi awakotena na sabi o kafra che Ghana fo nka wose ye nyina ye fa snap ne ye fa nsuo ko gina nsuo ne ye boye hudua. Fi se ye mpa de pa. Obi di 4 years pe etimi ye second 13. No be to me but try influence oni hwe de can I see too much road interchange you kru ntimi nye na wo se ye nto abama no na Ghana for ye so ne so aba anti knowledge na onyame de ma ye se onyame se wa boni pasa ne so no ye ni onyame knowledge ni bia na ye ni onyame adwen bla Kwame se ye beja onipa we ho onipa o se ade tan obema na ye fe ye beja ne ho ni akofo obi ade ye fe o ye ne tan aba asole be ne yeko me ka kire Ghana fo mo kwa asole CAC Pentecost Anglican ye nyina ye Ghana fo ye bre ansane ato collection amamo mun preach ahodidie o man no mun preach no kure ka wo man nim John Mahama so oba me sere Ghana mabunu mabawa emerewa nkokora me maame mo me papa mo me sere mo be bi o man na kodunu John Mahama penny a leader waka. Sir John Mahama shre yen o man na hwere. John Mahama din kuguo o man na din kuguo. Nti mesre Ghana fo mabunu na masra dam difo sɛ John Mahama ne yɛ papa o odidi o ma yɛ bidie nti obia mpa ba ɔbɔ no ɔbɔ onka John Mahama ɛwɔ mpaibo
meda se Justice Minta meda se pa ɔno ne kasama adamdifo wo de tena ho ama me na me kwa homa no so ansa yɛ tonto zanzan beto but ansa ne yɛ beto no yɛ ne Professor Johannes entwetwe nkomo Professor Johannes di South Arthur ɛyɛ ochecheni political analyst sanso yɛ checheni wa Kwame Minkah University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development o homa no so fi sɛ wo se o wasɛm bia Efa Brian a champion sensem na or waka kire chairman of the National Police Council, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Was a one who were different. I want some new. It is here, I say IGP. At the end, year patch. Prof. Marche. What's some rich we hear my
Kwame Edika, no, Maminda, what's here for no chauffeur in a assay. Na michi omo mamwa wache wa na nsenya mu na ekodi Easter Yesu ewu wa sorry ema Christopher nyani aje na menkase jana joma ama ka kire Ghana fo se ma yabrabo ense Kristo no me gidi se Ghana momma yabrabo ense Kristo senya Kristo ewu asori no na Kwame woni bibi
Prof
oman ya yetimi say yesi 70% eye Christopher a na say oman no sa say Christopher na say oman no enti say Yesu Kristo ewu na asori a momma katase che ne proya adoko yen a yesi eye Christopher ye che oman no no momma eno esuntwa Nengi omano kane nenja ye fu a ye gbe ho ansa na adwen na man ne kan ko no kane no eno betimi aboa yen e magana etumpon enunti na kane saa enso e di ato nya omampanyin da John Dramani Mahama ni Easter message o ka kire Ghana fo no say Ghana moma ya brabo ense Kristo senya Kristo ebewu eje wiase man na enkwano
afe was it Bawumia nya odan
Kwame am say if someone Ghana ye kano ye kan ye yi ani enyina ye di akoto IGP so IGP yes IGP at a vice chancellor of university and chairman of police council at a council chairman our university na say university bi e Ghana say council chairman ti ho na say VC no e ka bibi na say council chairman no entimi anka bibia na say council chairman no e bon semuma VC na chesa VC council chairman no ofo nya VC no ka ye no so no me say sa somwe ya honorable Brian Achiampong e ka ye no one okaye wo MPP picnic walk bi omu wie ye omu ye rally mini rally na wo share rally na sia about 8 presidential aspirants MPP for yeni na no ba ko pe na me de me hu se obakasa ho se me wrong ga no maka kire me ono ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia before ono oye Ghana Police Council chairman ebe kasa odwumadie na se no ena Brian Achiampong akasa wie na yebise ye ho se asem na Brian Achiampong aka no who is Brian Achiampong? Brian Achiampong yo bia ye fam security mu a we akoda mu a we be Ghana security coordinators what do you call it Ministry of Security whatever da na onam no so na nyesi da wo Ghana ebisi ye aye wo so war gone sambre no ye to aba ayi obi a obebeko gina mba so bedom gombra chairman aja akuka bebi na yire any NDC ni bi epe ekofo oyi ne kasie bi ba ya ye set commission of inquiry won no e Brian Champon emre so enti sa ni pana o kano se your friend is saying the friend is your back to aboa and the sign the friend no on my be an nancy so it is so what bay and a Brian Champon nancy shwa and all casa about the Ghana elections are Nipa one more Ghana elections who cashier Ghana police service so emuya and you the military na ya the immigration na the friends the fire service when you have that town but Ghana police service omo yet omo di kan ewo about security in sense mu enna asemo kan yeso abato ho no Mfonyin na be chire oye chairman of the Ghana Police Council enna otirobi in fact so we share video no here of Brancha for Kasawiye no His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oye Ghana Police Council chairman ogbonsam ma no ya won se video ni ye
na said your kind na de
na ye ne de
ofuaso
because obi ka sam na sanya wo da won fuaso won gbonsam ma no
wa hekwa be nyinya wanim
good some na wo kano say nim panada sabe debi aya me ka say students say psychologically so be e wo hono say bibi code so na imagine a within a split seconds asem no e show na nim it be one so kum na nim kakra me say na say nya doctor mu ba me da and at that moment na waka asenya papa ya ken eye nkobeti ya for bibi na wa tro say no we je me ba as Obi Ameya Vice President, let me just chairman of the Ghana Police Council.
That's right.
Security in some something no a can be found. Although some man, Obedina simply so or Casano. When Timia can be beer and condemn ya honorable a champion at Ayano. We actually say, Mfonyin Kese Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Efwa Yokai no so. Ya for no intention. Ya kase IGP infana. IGP. Look, Ghana Police Council.
And you see Prof Mamimram
IGP.
Prof Mamimram is here. You see NDC wabre NDC kase IGP miram na want to den samfre eye Brian Champon MPP so gina kire o kase de Joma amani ase edu nketia so kan no so eno so IGP ntonensa enfro and then you have a peace council o kase wonim I was ye nhyiamu na ya dwendwen za normal we ni epa de pomasi bre fa ne ekwai asam no se epa ne pomasi bre pa ne epesi edi ne edi ne yie na eye oman Ghana year to about 2024 yato no asundwe kwa so a edie na wose ye prof ye bre nti.
In fact say MPP kasa asamro dia na say MPP ni mo say ni Brian Champon kai no enye nti omo probi a sabe so omo ko wuo mu a omo ni na be ko wuo ba ko mu eno ya fa no ntinchen. Number 2 say National Peace Council kasa se si a me fa kwanya wo iso aka kire omo say omo sorry waka na omo nya say nia pensioners ye wambra kanoforiata ebo besia Ghana fo binum ka kire omo a omo nyina koda ye ankasa na mo say omo nim say omo de ekokokokoko a embebo omo ekokokokoko ye no pensioners mo na mo kokodina moko pikiti ye ewo Ministry of Finance ya pese ya kire say your opinion leaders are more Ghana hano in somewhere cost Ghana ebetimi amma Ghana ya asovia ye enjoy no ebetimi si ano kwan kakra no moma ye nyina ye nsori ne kan ni amo kasa ebetumi ede nsesae ne nsakyerɛyɛ aba nea ɛkɔ so no so mo ma yɛhwɛ sɛsi ya na se ya appoint Peter Piahene a well-known MPP member
you see we grad amanim
in fact me Peter Piahene me wonkofo a omunim no ɔkyerɛ ade Kwame Kese obi o man recommendation a ɔde call you know MPP ni panyin pa call you know MPP adwuma na Piahene ya enne ɔmo se ana emra no ma no ho kwan ana media umma yentanyimfo a mo ka bia wo mu se nya na na do danko akofado na membo no amembo no pese say Ghana yentutoa yekabi America bi entutua ye dia trase ama Ghana etimi etumpo ama aye kabasha ankofo eka na mo ba ya ko ba hia ade furu no mo ma yan kanche na do danko akofado se nya oye no ebetumi asai nia oman nya chichire no ebededuru
your prof fancy aye brain nti professor Hans de Sal fancy medo ase papa koso ade fa Piahene Mfonyin ne to so woni say Dr. Piahene amafo aye hwehwemu abetodwa se what no a member of the 2022 Bono Regional Election Committee MMPP amanyoko no such a Bono Regional IT Director for election 2020 Bono Regional D-Day Coordinator for elections 2020, member of the National Research and Data Analysis Team for election 2020, Regional Coalition Officer representing MPP, our Bono EC office, Regional Coalition Officer, Emma MPP, Internal Coalition for election 2020, member of the Bono Regional Communications Team, Emma MPP, member of Let My Vote Count Alliance. And the way I walk as a gra, Libya daddy pefe. One grand the car was say another version of a aquano. Yet none know did a be possible him at terminal. No social communication team member, MMPP or Bono region. Member of Let My Vote Count Alliance. Organized training, Emma, a year Bono constituency D-Day coordinators and parliamentary candidates, chairmen, and secretaries for 2020 about one. Was also organized a year training Emma Bono constituency IT coordinators and a polling station executives. Kodeyo ese papai wodi ese nyamisuro bi wo mu a fu adwuma to. Kodeyo say mampanyie wonia yede abato dwai gina so na yede etene Ghana nti yede tonto sansan ne to a wabra nsem we nyina yetwa ho mfonyi mane ndi wotrim ne to anamo no say obi antimi mwa Ghana ho eji say yen pa hwi
TVXYZ, the more you know.
Adichie biara nsem sisi o mea said mpanyifo aka to say adeechi ni anti asem fofora eye musuo said etie no a power kase e fa nsem no edi tumrika yes